What's happening, y'all? So in this video, I'm gonna show y'all how to find free. What's happening, y'all? In this video, I'm gonna show y'all how to find free swing trade setups. Right now, of course, if you want to, you could just rely on me and my hours of research, and you could go in and every Sunday I do a swing trade setup. I'll be doing another one in a couple hours or so, whatever. But in this video, I'm gonna show you about two, three, maybe four ways to find swing trade setups for free. So without further ado, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the first one. And the first way you can find swing trade setups for free, you could go on finviz.com, right? Let me make sure I'm sharing this with y'all. Y'all can see this. So on finviz.com, you can literally set in the criteria by going over here to screener. You click on screener, and now let me make sure y'all following me. Okay, so now in the screener, you could play with it and tell it what you're looking for. So I go over to technicals because that's where the chart and stuff like that. So you go to technicals, RSI. Let's go to RSI oversold 20. Let's see what we got. RSI oversold 20. Um, let- let's see. RSI over 20. Let's see. Candlestick. Let's say a hammer candlestick. Hammer candlestick. Nope. No hammer candlestick in that criteria. Um Long upper shadow. Let's try that. Nothing. All right. So we're gonna go for any right now. All right, so we got a lot of oversold stocks. Okay. Now let's look for a pattern. Let's do a strong trend line of support. Trend line support. So now, you know what I'm saying? And this is not the best example. But you could actually go in here and find something. So these are companies not even in our own country. Let me try oversold 30. I only trade US stocks. So let's see which one we got. I like to look for something with high volume too. So all the way over here to the right, if you can see the mouse, we got high volume, but that stock price is too low. I ain't swing trading nothing, you know, less than like $50, $75, something like that. But let's go with AOS. Whatever that is, it's an industrial company. So we found AOS is oversold at a strong trend line of support. All right. So let's pull it up on the chart. Let me share that screen real quick. So let me pull up the chart. See what AOS is truly looking like. A.O. Smith Corporation. All right. So I'm going to dissect this with y'all for a little bit. Let me go back to the chart. All right. So it said that it was at a strong line of support. Let's try to confirm that. So right here is where the stock ended. Let's see how strong that line of support is. The last 2 days or last two candles touched that level. Okay, let's go back a little further. Okay, support in some instances are resistance. So it was support over here. Over here, it was resistance for a couple days. Also resistance over here. So support is also resistance, but it's previous resistance, right? So we go back. It was resistance here, support here, support here, support here. So it did confirm, FinViz did confirm that we are at a strong level of support. It looks like plenties of times the stock had came to this level, right? And you buy calls at support. When you swing trade, you want to buy calls, right? So now let's look at my indicators. So we're at a level of support. According to my indicators, the RSI is at 30. Pretty much pretty much oversold. It's down here at the bottom, right? So I have the Bollinger Bands on the RSI, but let me see if I could remove them to see if this could be a little easier to read and less confusing. All right, so the RSI shows, oh dang, let me just add it back. So the RSI shows overbought and oversold levels, right? RSI shows overbought and oversold. Overbought is going to be more towards the top, and that's this indicator. I got these three indicators at the bottom. You got the top one, the middle one with the red and green lines, and then the RSI down at the bottom. So RSI is showing oversold because the lines is towards the bottom of the range, right? It's like at the bottom, like it don't go lower than that. On top of that, another good indicator that the stock will go in an upward motion is when this purple line down here on the RSI crosses over that yellow line. So it looked like it's about to cross over. It's oversold. According to the stochastic oscillator, we are also oversold too, right? And it looked like these lines are about to cross each other as well. On top of that, we got this MACD, which if you notice, every time it goes up or through, it changes colors, right? So it looked like it's about to go up through, on that indicator too. So according to support, according to the indicators, it looks like this stock is going to go up. But I also recognize a pattern a little bit. So let me pull up a pattern that I recognize, and this is just off of, I didn't pre look at any of this. Like this is off of me just looking at the just going through this with y'all on the stock scanner. All right, so now let me pull up the pattern I feel like I see. Y'all tell me if y'all could confirm that. So we got support. We got many touches of support. We're also oversold on the RSI, but it looked like it's giving me falling wedge a little bit. Y'all let me know. Falling wedge is almost like a bull flag, but in reverse. It's a wedge pattern going in a downward direction. So let's pick it back up, look back at the chart and see if we see a falling wedge on this one, right? Kind of look like a falling wedge a little bit. I really wouldn't enter the trade until I really wouldn't enter this trade under certain circumstances. It would have to pass. This looks like a level of resistance. And on top of that, right over here, you got the 20-day moving average. So it would have to go above the 20-day moving average, above this resistance level. Let me make sure we're looking at the same thing. Yeah. So above the 20-day moving average, above this resistance level, this indicator in the middle, the one that I'm making larger and smaller, the normal smooth MACD, that would have to turn red, and both of these indicators would have to cross as a confirmation on Monday morning or afternoon or whatever the case is, that this would be a good swing trade. So FinViz is a perfect way to identify you know what I'm saying, to find you a free stock to swing trade. And as you can see, I just been on here for 10 minutes and I randomly just found this one that actually looks like a good swing trade setup. Um, Now, of course, you got to look at a company's financials, um, which I don't do too much on Yahoo Finance. I mean, on Swing Trade Sunday. But since I don't know this company, I'm gonna look them up a little bit. You want to make sure the company is profitable, right? So let me type in Yahoo Finance, AOS. Let me pull this up for y'all so y'all can see what I'm doing. All right, so look at their financials. Now, with the financials, you want to make sure that they're increasing profits. That's how you know, if you're expecting a stock to go up, you got to make sure that they are increasing profits. Okay. Let me, let me make sure y'all can see what I'm seeing. 2020, 2.8, 3.5, 3.7, 3.8. So as you can see, they are consistently making profits, right? So Finviz gave me the play. I confirmed it on the chart, and then I looked at their bank accounts just to make sure that they are a profitable company and they're making money. So their gross profit is increasing every year. Their total revenue is increasing every year. You know what I'm saying? Without doing a further dissect of this play, I feel like this would be a great swing trade setup, right? So boom, you got me giving you the play, and I do extensive research. So every swing trade Sunday, every Sunday, you got me giving you a free swing trade play. But now you got Finviz that can guide you on a swing trade play as well. So the next way that I look for stuff, and this is really just, you know what I'm saying, if I can't find nothing or anything like that, I literally just go through Trading View and I'll just randomly type in stocks. I'll just type in Apple, Amazon, Google. You know, I'm looking for companies that I already know is profitable, Starbucks, and I'll just go down the list and just look, and then I could create like a watch list, like, okay, well, this looked like it might be setting this up. It's not ready for a swing trade yet, but let me keep my eye on Target for the next, 3-4 days, or let me keep my eye on Nvidia for the next, 2 to 5 weeks, or whatever like that. So without further ado, I'm gonna go into my last way. I'm gonna go into the last way that I find swing trade setups. So the majority of a stock's movement is based off of the ETF that it's in. The ETF is an exchange traded fund, and the exchange traded fund is, there's each stock belongs to a sector, right? You got technology stocks, you got technology stocks like Amazon, Apple, Google, Microsoft. You have gas companies like Exxon, Chevron, you know what I'm saying? So each stock has a sector, and anywhere from 60 to 80% of a stock movement is based on the sector that is in. So if Finviz ain't giving you a play, if you follow me on Swing Trade Sunday and the setup ain't looking how you want it to look, then you can go sector by sector, right? So I'll give you an example. Let me look at oil and let's see. So XLE, let me make sure y'all can see this. Oh, no, let me switch this back. So XLE is the ETF that holds all the gas companies. It holds a portion or a fraction of all of the gas company. Let me add the Bollinger Band back to my RSI. So it holds a portion of all of the oil and gas companies, right? So in this ETF, you got Chevron, Exxon, Occidental Petroleum, you know what I'm saying? All of the gas companies, right? But if you want to individually pick a oil company, you go to the ETF that oil is in and you see, okay, is it overbought or oversold? You know what I mean? We looking close to oversold. I'm not too sold on a swing trade on this one. So I'll move to the next. Um, so I'll move to the next. And that way you don't have to go into each and every individual stock. You could just go into the sector and then look at the stocks that's in it. You know what I'm saying? XLV is the healthcare sector. Now this one I'm kind of feeling. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of feeling this one right here because we're oversold. We're look like we're bouncing off of the 200-day moving average. We're close to oversold. So the healthcare sector don't look bad. You know what I'm saying? Plus my MACD look like it's about to cross back up going green. So the healthcare sector don't look too bad. So what I would do, I would look at some healthcare sector plays. HCA. Boom. And as you can see, HCA is a healthcare. It's a hot, they have multiple hospitals. I want to say in like 20 or 30 something states. I know I seen them in Florida. HCA is healthcare. So if you see that XLE, or my bad, I think it's XLV. Yeah, XLV, HCA resembles XLV. So all you have to do is go through each sector after you go through FinViz and look that up. After you watch a swing trade Sunday, you go into you go into each sector and then you could pick stocks from that sector that looks like a great setup, because all stocks perform differently at different times. You have different economical cycles and different movements in the market, right? Because Apple is, you know what I'm saying, a $3 trillion company. Is one of the stocks that's going to move the most. But when interest rates go up or coronavirus happen or something like that, and people aren't buying iPhones, people are going to buy gas. People are going to keep their lights on. You know what I'm saying? So that's when there will be a market shift when technology companies are going on sale. You got energy companies going up, and the market goes in cycles. So there's always a bull market. You just have to find the sector that it is in. So even if it looks like Apple, AMD, and Amazon are crashing, you know what I'm saying, it's another sector that's doing pretty well. So there's always a bull market. There's always swing trading opportunities. But I hope that was helpful, man. In another hour or two or three, I'm gonna go ahead and put on Swing Trade Sunday so y'all can see the play that I got for this week. Y'all like and subscribe.